Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is kind of the extent of the holiday decoration in my apartment, but I'm kind of feeling this background and I think it looks pretty cute. I'm trying to soak up as much holiday spirit as I can, and today's video is going to be a fun end of year roundup type of video. I don't post many beauty videos on my channel anymore, but beauty is actually kind of like my first love when it came to YouTube. It's definitely the type of content that I think I've watched the most of. I think I'm just at this point where I have enough knowledge about skincare and makeup where I know what I like, I know what products I should look for, and as just like an everyday consumer that only has one face and one style of makeup that I prefer, there really isn't too much more that like I need. So in the middle of the year before I moved to New York, I actually did a big makeup declutter. I got rid of like half of my makeup collection and I still have so much makeup that I don't honestly really need anymore. Ever since I moved and filmed that video, I pretty much just have been sticking to the same rotation of regular products. And after I filmed that video, I knew that I wanted to go on a low buy for makeup. I thought it might be a fun idea to just kind of go through everything that I purchased this year, because hopefully it's not a lot. I mean, I have this list here and it does look pretty long, but I think for the most part there has been a pretty big improvement, and I just find any type of like yearly or quarterly roundup list or anything to be very satisfying. So I thought it'd be fun to go through this list with you all and just kind of talk about things that didn't work out for me. There are a couple of things that I returned, a couple of things that became like holy grail products, and a couple of things that like were favorites but not for very long. So yeah, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I do have this list sorted in order. I really tried to get everything that I purchased. The majority of my makeup and skincare purchases are from Ulta, Sephora, and Yes Style, but there are a couple like purchases from individual brands that were a little bit harder to keep track of. But we're just going to start off in January. I purchased a couple of products from Sephora. They were from the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable collection, and I'm not even gonna lie, I purchased those products to make a dedicated review video. I'll link the video in the corner, and they were nice products, but I'm not gonna lie, I no longer have any of these products. The Glossy Lip Balm is a really nice product, and I feel like this type of formula isn't that common on the market actually. It's like a liquidy balm type texture that has a little bit of shine, a little bit of color, and they're really comfortable to wear, really flattering on the lips. So I do like that formula a lot. I do just prefer the formula from Rowan Beauty instead. I actually featured that in my January favorites of 2021. So I don't remember if I ended up purchasing it in 2021 or the end of 2020, but the Rowan Kiss My Lips liquid balms are really nice. One of the other products was the Melting Cream Blush. This one, I don't know, I don't really love cream to powder formulas. I would honestly just rather use either a straight up cream or a straight up powder, and I actually don't find the like cream to powder formulas to be particularly flattering or long wearing, and that was kind of the case with the Rare Beauty blush. It kind of just like disappeared into the skin. The liquid eyeshadows were pretty. It had a nice formula. That type of product just wasn't really something that I would end up using all the time. Overall, I was really excited about that collection, but to be honest, even though I love the Rare Beauty brand, what they stand for and all the products that they come out with, none of them have really like stuck out to me and really made it into my routine. Okay, next up I got the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Waterproof eyeliner pencil in the color Whiskey. I do like this eyeliner. I have used it quite a bit over this past year on and off. The formula of the Urban Decay eyeliners are really nice. They're really nice and pigmented, really creamy, but once they set down, they are quite long wearing. The shade Whiskey is really pretty because it's like a nice matte brown that doesn't have any shimmer or anything, but it's not too deep of a brown color. I like that you can use it to add some depth to your eyes, but it definitely like looks brown. It doesn't look like a brown black type of color. So I think it's kind of unique in that sense. I do really like the color and the formula of it, so I would recommend it. The other thing that I purchased in that same order was a Patrick Cha blush duo. I don't remember when these blushes came out, probably like around the end of 2020, and I really wanted to get my hands on one of them. Actually, I might have already had the one in She's So LA before that. Do We Know Her is that really pretty peachy coral duo that he has. I do really like those Patrick Cha blush duos, but there's just something about them that doesn't really get me reaching for them all that often. I don't know if it's just like the color selection. The pigmentation is kind of weird. It's like a little bit too strong, I think, for what I'm used to. So yeah, I still have them. They're still in my collection, but I don't have any plans on picking up more. I know he came out with that gorgeous blush palette during the holidays, but definitely don't need that. In January, I also tried the NYX Bear With Me Tinted Skin Veil for the second time. The first time I tried it, I didn't like it, but the second time I found a way to make it work for me, and I did end up liking how it looked on the skin. It is one of the few Fungal Acne Safe tinted moisturizers, and I was using that for a while. I think I did mention it in my favorites video, but that did get replaced by another product. From Ulta, I purchased the Ulta Beauty brand matte cream eyeshadow. I think this is the liquid eyeshadow, and again, I purchased this because Amanda Z really recommended it, and I love all of her videos and her recommendations. But personally for me, I don't really find myself needing a liquid eyeshadow as a base. My eyelids aren't very oily, so I just think it's like an extra step that I don't personally really need to have. I also picked up the Urban Decay Moondust eyeshadow in Midnight Cowboy. I think this was right before they redid all of the packaging, so all of the Moondust eyeshadows were like really heavily discounted. I think this is another one of the like OG hyped up products on YouTube, and it is really pretty. I do kind of like that it doesn't really have much of a base color to it, but the glitters themselves are not my favorite. I think a lot of people say that the eyeshadow kind of gives you that like wet look, but personally I think the glitters are maybe like a little bit too chunky to give that effect, at least on my eyelids. I kind of just find the texture of the eyeshadow to be like a little bit dry, and it's just not my favorite glitter eyeshadow. Ooh, I also picked up my ice roller in February, and this is a product that I actually still use. It's one that has stuck with my routine. I don't use it all the time, but I do reach for it every now and then. And I've tried a lot of these like facial massaging toning tools. I never really got the jade roller or the gua sha to stick with me, but the thing I really like about the ice roller is that it's super easy to use. I just always keep it in my freezer, and then whenever I want to use it, I can quickly pop it out, use it for a couple of minutes, and then to clean it up, I just like wash it with some soap, stick it back in the freezer, and then I'm done. I just never really enjoyed the process of like wiping down something with alcohol or having to let it sit and disinfect, so the ice roller works really well for me. In March, I purchased the two products from Malaysia, which is Simple Skincare Science's Fungal Acne Safe skincare brand. I'm a longtime reader of his blog, so I definitely wanted to support his products and try them out. And I did use the products for a couple of months. I finished a tube of the moisturizer, and I'm just about done with the benzoyl peroxide gel. I actually restocked on his products during the Black Friday sale, but I'm not really sure how I feel about the products. I do feel like whenever I use them, my skin is not in the best condition and it starts to break out. I don't think the moisturizer is my favorite. It doesn't feel the most hydrating, and I don't tend to like moisturizers that have a lot of silicone in them, but I'm gonna give it another shot because I know it has worked really well for a lot of other people, and I know that a lot of thought just went into formulating these products. Okay, so we're still in March, and in that month I did place an order at ColourPop. They came out with the Limoncello palette, and it was just the first palette from ColourPop in a while that like caught my eye. Love the packaging, love the yellow and the blue, and it also had like a lot of other neutral colors, so I felt like it would be a palette that I would use a lot. I think I used the palette maybe once. I might have even like filmed a video with it. So yeah, that's still sitting in my drawer untouched, and I don't know when the next time I'm going to use it is. I also picked up 4 Super Shock Shadows in that order, and there is one shade that I am continuing to use till this day. So this is Flower Child. It's just a really pretty like pale yellow gold color. I really like it for my inner corners. It's just like a very bright color, but it's not like super cool toned and like icy. So yeah, I just end up setting this color aside because I really like to use it as an inner corner highlight, so that purchase was a success. The other shade that I actually kind of forgot about was Moonwalk, and I remember Moonwalk being super cool. It's like a really nice duochrome. It kind of has like a strong brown and green shift to it, so I like that it's kind of like a neutral, more wearable duochrome. And then the last thing I purchased in March was actually the New Face Facial Toning Advice. I picked this up from Ulta. They were having like a 50% off deal on it, and I did use the New Face pretty regularly for a couple of months, and I did actually really like the results from it. Combining that with the ice roller, I felt like my face was definitely extra snatched, and I was enjoying it for a time. Ever since moving, I haven't really incorporated it back into my routine. It's a little bit harder because I don't have like a dedicated vanity that I sit at every morning to do both my skincare and my makeup. So I do use it every now and then. I'm still glad that I have it, but it's definitely not something that has made it into like my must-haves. All right, I'm gonna try to speed through this list because I don't know if my voice is gonna be able to handle it all. In April, I purchased the e.l.f. Liquid Metallic Eyeshadow in the color Meteor. This is another product that I have talked about in a couple videos on my channel, and it was a favorite for a time. This year, I've definitely been more into the whole one and done eyeshadow look more than ever, and that color is really gorgeous. It's a really pretty, just warm brown color. However, right after I got that eyeshadow, I did pick up the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerize cream eyeshadow in the color Amber Gold, and those two eyeshadows are very similar in color. I think the only difference is that the e.l.f. one has a little bit more sparkle and a little bit more dimension, which I do prefer the look of overall. But if I have to choose between a liquid eyeshadow and a cream eyeshadow, I'm always gonna choose the cream because it's just a lot more easier to apply in my opinion. However, if price is a big deciding factor for you, then I would definitely say to go for the e.l.f. because the e.l.f. eyeshadow is like $5, whereas the Charlotte Tilbury one is like $30. In April, I also picked up the Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop Blurring Skin Tint, and this is a product that has definitely become my holy grail foundation type of product. It's fungal acne safe, which thank God. I would say that the majority of like the most popular or well-reviewed products are not fungal acne safe, so I'm so glad that Fenty came out with the skin tint. It really is just so good, and it works well for a wide variety of skin types. It's definitely not dewy, but it's not on the drying side either. It has quite a bit of coverage for a skin tint, but it's just so thin and lightweight on the skin that it really doesn't look or feel like you're wearing anything at all. And the best part honestly is how blurring it really is. I love wearing it for filming videos because it really just does make your skin look so perfected, and it's just kind of mind-blowing that there's a product out there that looks so natural but is so blurring at the same time. So all these purchases were made during the same time during like the Sephora spring sale. So I also ended up picking up a perfume from that sale. It's the Seven Virtues Blackberry Lily, but scents aren't really my thing and I always forget to put them on anyway. But I do really like this scent. It's definitely the most like unique scent that I have. It definitely has a little bit of that fruity sweetness that I like from the blackberry, but there's a little bit of warmth and just like a little bit of spice to it as well that I think makes it like a really nice well-rounded scent. And I also think that it makes it a really nice scent to wear year-round. One thing that I got from that order that I ended up returning actually is the Rare Beauty Liquid Luminizer. This is the only product that I've tried from Rare Beauty that like straight up just didn't work for me, and I'm not really sure how it works for other people. I don't like the shade range that they have. I think it's kind of weird. They're all like very pink or very yellow or like very blue. I also think that the gel formula is kind of hard to blend out evenly, and the glitters are just like a little too chunky or something. So yeah, that is a product that ended up going back. In May, I restocked on a couple of products I use all the time. The Vanicream Gentle Facial Cleanser, still my facial cleanser of choice. I don't really feel the need to switch it up. It works and it's nice and gentle and it's nice and affordable. The Garnier Micellar Water for waterproof makeup. This thing lasts forever, which is kind of one of my favorite things about purchasing it. I feel like most waterproof eye makeup removers come in super tiny bottles, so you go through it in like a month. I think I've been using the same one since May and I still have quite a bit of product left. I'm definitely not the best at taking off all my makeup. I did actually purchase an oil that I forgot to include, but it's an MCT oil from Amazon that I ordered that is fungal acne safe. You can put it on your face and try to use it as an oil cleanser. And I think it does like work decently well, but it's just not my favorite experience. It doesn't like emulsify super well, so I haven't been using that as much as I should, but I know that the micellar water doesn't really take everything off. I also tried a new mascara this year. It's the Revlon So Fierce mascara. Got the waterproof version, of course, and this mascara was okay. I did like the volume that I gave. The wand was really spiky and kind of extra pokey, which wasn't very fun. I don't think I would purchase it again. I think I still prefer the L'Oreal Lash Paradise, which I haven't used in a while, but it is a pretty nice volumizing mascara at the drugstore. I restocked on my Olaplex shampoo in May, which is still my go-to shampoo. I don't think it's fungal acne safe. I've never checked, but I've just never found a shampoo that cleans my hair as effectively, but also keeps it really nice and healthy and not stripped as Olaplex. So I continue to purchase it and use it, and I love it. Ooh, in May, I ordered the Nude Sticks Beachy Nudes mini kit. This is Alana Joanna Davidson's collaboration with Nude Sticks, and she came out with a little set of minis that include her exclusive blush. I shouldn't have purchased the minis. I thought it would be a nice opportunity to try out the Bondi Bay bronzer as well as the highlighter, but I'm pretty sure that the highlighter broke me out. The bronzer isn't my favorite either. So in July, I actually ended up ordering the full size of the Picante blush. I also tried out the Nude Sticks brow gel this year. I've always heard Kathleen Lights rave about this brow gel, so I decided to pick it up during that order, and I think it's an okay brow gel, and I think overall I still prefer the Cosmetics brow gel, even though the Nude Sticks one might have a little bit of a better hold, but that's okay because I ended up finding my favorite brow gel later in the year. Also during like July 4th sales, I think I ended up ordering the Cosmetics lip liners. I had been wanting to try these out for a while as well, and I just really like how like soft that blurred lip line effect that they give. So I got it in 2 colors. I got it in Fawn and Teddy, I think. I mostly use Fawn. It's like a really nice light color that's just like a little bit deeper than my natural lip color, so it gives a really nice soft definition. I did put some on today, you probably can't tell. I don't know, lip liner isn't really my must-have. The Cosmetics ones are nice, but there are also a lot of other great ones out there as well. In July, I ended up placing an order from YesStyle. I had to get a restock of my Holy Grail mascara, which is the Kiss Me Heroine Make Volume and Curl mascara. I actually just tried to get a new one last week, and apparently they came out with another type of mascara. It's called the Volume Up mascara. I still don't think it's as good as the Volume and Curl one. I also purchased the I'm From Mugwort Essence. This is a nice product. I don't know if I would repurchase it immediately once I finish it up, just because it is a little bit of a pricier product, and I don't know if my skin necessarily loves Mugwort Essence. But I do like that it's like a little bit different from your typical hydrating or soothing toners, and it is just kind of like a nice product to apply. It has a really nice herbal scent to it. I ordered another eyeshadow palette. It's the 3CE Mood Recipe eyeshadow palette in the shade Plot Twist, I believe, which is like more of the neutral, cool toned browns. In my opinion, the Mood Recipe eyeshadow palettes from 3CE are their best ones. I think the quality of them is just the best out of the eyeshadows that I've tried from the brand. So I do like that palette, and I had been wanting to get that color for a while because I already have the rose gold one in Overtake. But again, I just really haven't been reaching for eyeshadow palettes much at all this year, so it hasn't really gotten that much use. In August, I restocked on my favorite eyebrow pencil, which is the Jason Wu eyebrow pencil. Oh, I actually think I did film the Jason Wu beauty review in 2021. So there are a couple of products that I purchased for that video, but the only one that I really liked and has stuck with me is the eyebrow pencil. I just really like it because I like that format of the pencil where it's a skinny retractable tip, it has a spoolie on the end, and the color is just like a really nice match for me. And it also doesn't have the same breaking problem that I've had with like a lot of the NYX eyebrow pencils as well as the Anastasia one. So considering that I do go through eyebrow pencils pretty quickly, I do think that this is like one of the best cost-effective products. August was the first time that I tried the La Roche-Posay Toleriane Sensitive Fluid Moisturizer, and this has actually become one of my favorite moisturizers. It's really unfortunate because it's so expensive for what it is and how much product you get, but I really like how simple it is. Even though it is a really lightweight moisturizer, I think it just gets on really well with my skin, and I can pair it really easily with some squalane oil to add more moisture. So yeah, this is another product that has really stuck with me. In September, I ended up placing another order on YesStyle. I got the By Wish Trend Polyphenols in Propolis. This is another product that has actually really stuck with me. I've tried quite a few propolis serums, and I do like propolis as an ingredient a lot, but I just kind of like to try a couple of different products because there are so many options out there, and I really have been enjoying the Wish Trend one. I end up using it twice a day a lot of the times, and I feel like it just really helps strengthen my moisture barrier a lot. I've been using a lot more acids on my skin recently, so I've just been really trying to make sure that my moisture barrier doesn't get damaged too much, and I think my skin has been really liking it. So I'm almost done with my first bottle, and I ended up ordering another one to restock. In that order, I also picked up the Hada Labo UV White Gel sunscreen. I honestly don't really like this sunscreen that much. I kind of want to use it just to like finish it up, but it's just really not as hydrating as my favorite dermatology sunscreen. I find that my makeup doesn't look quite as good on top of it, and the packaging is kind of weird. It's just like in a tub, and it's kind of like a liquidy gel texture to it. So yeah, there's just like a couple of things that make me not really want to use it. Oh, in September, I was gifted a couple of products from Merit Beauty, and my favorite ones by far are their tinted lip oils. I'm actually wearing it today, and honestly I think I should just like go through my makeup collection and just get rid of all of the lip products that aren't my favorite ones at the moment, because I really don't ever reach for anything else. Last thing I got in September was a restock of my go-to concealer. It's the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. I wear it every single day. It's the best. It's not the most hydrating. I could use something a little bit more hydrating on my skin, but it's really just the best from acne safe concealer in my opinion. It sinks into the skin so well and just looks really natural. So yeah, I'm just really thankful that it exists and I can't live without it. Okay, I got a couple of things from Sephora during the friends and family sale. So in October I tried the Refi Beauty Brow Sculpt Gel. Didn't like that. It doesn't have much hold. I think the Patrick Ta one is a lot better, and I got that one the following month. I also got the Olaplex Healthy Hair Essentials set, which is a set that Olaplex always comes out with some version of every year, and I always buy it because it's such a good value. They're really nice travel size bottles, and you get like a nice range of products from their line. I always use every single product that they include, and yeah, it's a really great value. I also picked up the Jisoo Honey Hair Oil in the mini version. I just wanted to try out a new hair oil, and so many people have talked about this very Instagrammable hair oil. I think it's nice. I like it. I think it might be a little bit more lightweight than what I could use for my hair, but it definitely doesn't weigh it down or anything, and I do really like it. I also picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Smoky Eyes Are Forever Instant Eye Palette, even though I know that I kind of like swore off of more eyeshadow palettes for this year. I just realized that I really do like the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow palettes above like the majority of my other eyeshadow palettes, even of the other high-end or luxury brands. So I decided to pick up this year's holiday palette. I really liked the color selection that they had this year, and yeah, it's a really nice palette. The last thing that I picked up from that sale to try out was the YSL Touche Éclat concealer. I just wanted to try something out. I was getting a little bit tired of my NYX one, but yeah, this product did not work for me. It does not have nearly as much coverage as the NYX one, and it's also quite drying, even though it's like considered a brightening pen. I think it's more of just like that brightening color, but the formula itself was quite drying in my opinion. Definitely not worth the price tag, and I also didn't like the packaging either, where you had to like click the pen and use the brush to wipe on the product. I wasn't a fan of that. Okay, we are nearing on to November, which are the last month of purchases that I have. I don't plan on buying any more beauty products in December. This is definitely the month where I lost a bit of my self-restraint. First product that I picked up in November was the Dyson Airwrap. If any of you have been watching my recent videos, you know how much I love it. I did use it to style my hair today. I gave it a little bit of a touch up this morning. I feel like you can't talk about this product without talking about the price. It is really, really expensive. I won't even try to say it's like a must-have product or anything. However, it is a tool that I find makes it much easier for me to get really gorgeous hair that I've never really found in any other product. It would be really nice if Dyson just offered like a cheaper option if you just wanted to get the barrel with the curling attachments, or you just wanted the brush or something like that. Because while it is nice to have this entire set of tools to use, the only ones that really set it apart and are the ones that I need are the curling attachments. But it's a gorgeous product. I love the way that my hair looks when I use it, and I will link the tutorial of me doing my hair with it in the corner. I picked up the set of the L'Occitane hand creams from Sephora, and I really like L'Occitane hand creams. It's been a while since I've used them, and I don't know if they're my favorite hand cream that I've tried. I think I might actually prefer the moisturizing feel of the Crabtree and Evelyn hand creams that I used, but the L'Occitane ones are also really nice. I find that they just absorb into the skin really well. I haven't really tried any other like nicer high-end hand creams, but if you have one that you really like, let me know. But I do just really like having all of these little mini hand creams just to leave everywhere around my apartment and in my purses. I decided to pick up another one of the Briogeo Scalp Revival charcoal shampoos. I think this is my favorite like clarifying scrubby type of shampoo that I've tried. I have a little mini sample of the Christophe Robin one, which is also really good, but I think a lot more abrasive and a lot more chunky. I do kind of like how like fine the beads are in the Briogeo one. Their shampoo is really big and it lasts me quite a while, which is nice. So I also picked up another bottle of the Indie Lee Squalane oil. I picked up a mini version from Derm Store, and I really liked it. It's a lot more thick and nourishing than the ordinary squalane oil. It's definitely a lot pricier than the ordinary one, but I can definitely see a noticeable difference. I also picked up a new hair drying turban. I got it from a brand called Aquas, but this is a purchase that I immediately ordered after seeing Leah Yu recommend it. Leah is just like one of those people that I pretty much buy everything that she recommends because she recommends products so infrequently, so I just know that they're good products. It was definitely time to replace my old one from Amazon, and I have been liking it a lot. It does seem to cut down the drying time of my hair pretty nicely. I also picked up the Danessa Myricks Vision Flush in Tiara this November. Talked about it recently as well. It's such a beautiful product. It combined with the Fenty Beauty skin tint gives you the most amazing glass skin and shine. It's pretty intense. The texture is a little bit more of like a gel liquid formula, and as long as you don't use too much of it, it doesn't like remain tacky or anything on the skin. I just love the dewy wet look that it gives, and it's so pretty. It's definitely my new favorite liquid highlighter. Another product that I picked up after Leah recommended it was one of the Sephora collection waterproof retractable eyeliners. I got it in the shade Black Brown, and I've just been really into using a pencil eyeliner to do my eyeliner recently. I just really love the slightly softer look that it gives, and it's also a little bit easier to perfect because you can like really easily maneuver the eyeliner before it sets and also blur out and soften the edges with some eyeshadow. So yeah, I used it today, and it gives just like a really nice softly defined wing eyeliner. At first I didn't really love how thick the tip is on the eyeliner because it is a little bit hard to be as precise as I'd like to be, but overall I really like it. It's really nice and pigmented, really easy to blend and kind of maneuver around, but once it sets it has really nice staying power. I think some of these are out of order, but I also mentioned already, but I did get the Patrick Ta Brow Lamination Gel. I just really love how it makes my eyebrows look, and it keeps them like this all day long. It's the only brow gel that has replaced my love for the Cosmetics Micro Brow Gel, but they are different products. I feel like the micro brow gel does have like more of a tint and more of like that pomade formula, whereas the Patrick Ta one is purely for the fluffy brow hold. The last makeup product of the year that I picked up is another shade of the Nudestix Nudies Matte Blushes. They're just my favorite blushes. They're fungal acne safe. I have them in so many different colors. It's like the only blush I really use anymore. So I'm wearing it today. I wanted to pick up a shade that was a little bit on the pinkier, rosier side because most of the shades that I have are very orangey or coral or peachy. So for the winter I just wanted to switch it up a bit and get something a little bit more pink. This one is in the color Body Language, and I think it's super pretty. Lastly, I just have a couple more skincare products that I'm gonna go through really quickly. First up, I restocked on my favorite lip balm. It's the Laneige Lip Glowy Lip Balm, and I got it in the shade Pear again. For some reason it was on sale. I don't know if they're discontinuing that scent. It usually works great for year-round use. I love it a lot. It's really moisturizing and makes your lips look really nice and plump and juicy. I also picked up the Cosrx Centella Water Alcohol-Free Toner. I wanted something a little bit simpler than my Mugwort Essence. I wanted to get something that was simpler than my I'm From Mugwort Essence to just like layer on my skin and add some hydration. Because I can't really use a heavier moisturizer in the winter, I actually find that these light layers of moisture make a huge difference in my skin. There's like the 7 skin method where you can put like literally 7 layers of toner onto your skin to let it all absorb and really hydrate your skin. It makes it like super nice and plump and firm. I'm probably not gonna go to that extent. I might not even make it to like 5 layers, but I feel like 3 is maybe a good amount. Honestly, the Cosrx toner is probably a little bit too simple. It's really just water with some added benefits, but that's pretty much what I was looking for, so it definitely fits the bill for now. And then I did get 2 products from Peach and Lily. One of them hasn't come yet. I ordered the Good Acids toner as well as the Glass Skin Refining Serum. Both of these products are fungal acne safe, and sometimes I just go through these phases where I get pretty like burnt out of using the same products over and over, and I just want a little bit of excitement of trying something new. So I've used the Good Acids toner a couple of times so far, and I really like it so far. It seems pretty gentle, so I might be able to use it a little bit more frequently than my Paula's Choice AHA. And then I am really excited to try out the Glass Skin Refining Serum because I think it'll just be really nice and hydrating, and I do usually enjoy some niacinamide products. All right, that is pretty much every single beauty product that I purchased, tried out in 2021. I know it seems like a lot, and it is, but as a beauty fanatic and enthusiast, I'm pretty happy with the progress that I made and the fact that there aren't a ton of products that I bought just because and ended up returning. And for the most part, the majority of the products are ones that I have used quite a bit or plan to use quite a bit. So if you made it this far, then thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you all are enjoying the holidays. I will see you in my next video. Bye!